Today's game is Flight of the Hamsters, featuring the iconic music, Almost Flight of the Valkyries. It's just different enough that they probably didn't have to pay Wagner's estate to use the music, but I wouldn't be surprised if it still triggers YouTube's audio ID. So, side-scrolling flight launch games like this were pretty common on Flash game sites. I launch a flying craft, or a hamster in this case, at the beginning of the level, and I try to keep it in the air for as long as possible by collecting power-ups. As far as I'm aware, this specific micro-genre of game design may be original to Flash games. It's not like Breakout-inspired games, which have 100 different variations, but we know that they're all derived from one iconic arcade game. I don't know where this exact model of game design originated. There's one well-known Flash game from 2010 that's simply called Flight, in which the player controls a paper airplane to keep it airborne. I think that this style of design really took off in popularity due to Flight, but if the information that I could find online is accurate, Flight of the Hamsters actually predates Flight by about 2 years. So maybe Flight of the Hamsters did actually invent a new micro-genre unto itself. I wouldn't know. Might be something that's interesting to research further. I don't like it when I get the purple hamster ball and it replaces the yellow one. The bounce on the purple ball is much shorter. Can I just make it? No. Ouch, my ribs. Whoa, got a double bounce on that one. Just missed it. The bounces are difficult to use effectively. They do send me up very high, which you might think to be good, but then I come back down at a steep angle, and I only fly a moderate distance before crashing into the ground. Ideally, I want to land on a rocket on my way down from a bounce. The rocket will straighten me out and give me a boost of forward speed, while also giving me a temporary increase in lift, so that I can glide back up and regain some of the height that I had lost. I got him right off of the wheels that time, not wasting any more time now. The sprite gets all stretched out when he goes between the wheels. Well, I will say that that's accurate, as someone who has owned hamsters. They are quite long and stretchy. Right, that happens if I release the pillow too early. Or alternatively, if I just miss the hamster with it. Bonk. I mean, probably. Great start. Holy crap. Space hamster? Yeah, bad idea. Bad idea. I'm gonna die. Well, not today. He was luckier than Chubbo. Whoa, got the bounce. I didn't know I could do that. I can't believe I'm still going. Wow, that's twice in the same run. How do I get this lucky? The glide doesn't even do anything when I'm falling this quickly. I think that's the farthest I've ever gone. I still have no idea what that collectible plank of wood actually does. It looks similar to a spring platform, but I can't figure out any way to activate it, and the instructions don't explain what it is. That definitely would have been a high score if I had gotten even a moderate distance on the first launch. Oh well. See, I start flying low, but then I fly straight up to gain some altitude before my attack. By starting low, I can avoid detection from radar as I approach. That's interesting. I can skid across the ground if I land gently. Realistically, that's how I would want to land. Gently. Good job. 10 points. I've been staring at this orange sky for too long. All that I can think about is pumpkin soup. A lot of this game does come down to luck. If you land at a certain angle where there aren't many power-ups in your path, there isn't much that you can do other than flopping right onto the ground. And the gliding ability only barely changes my trajectory, and it runs out quickly. Often there isn't anything that I can do to reach a power-up that's just barely out of reach. Maybe it is actually better to hit the hamster with the pillow when he's on the way up. It may just be my perception, but it seems that they go forward more slowly if I launch them as they're descending. Well, it is more difficult to time the launch when the hamster is coming up quickly, so perhaps that is an intentional advantage that the developers put in there. Though it seems that the arrangement of power-ups in the sky makes much more of a difference compared to the speed of the launch. In the show, most of the recurring hamsters had unique character designs. A few of them even had names. In this game, all of the hamsters appear as the same generic brown sprite. Of the hamsters that are named in the cartoon, I think that this hamster most resembles the one called Joaquin, but it doesn't have his lighter patch of fur on his belly. Actually, these hamsters quite resemble number 2 of the hamsters next door. Remember that one weird episode, like there was a team of hamster operatives that looked and acted like the kids next door, but hamsters instead of humans for some reason? That was a fun episode. So maybe I am controlling several clones of the hamster version of Hoagie. I don't know what to do with this information. For some reason, I remember there being a lot more to this game. I remember being able to earn points based on the total distance flown, and being able to spend the points on upgrades, such as increasing the glide meter to be able to flap around in the air for longer, and maybe the balls would also bounce better. I'm probably misremembering details from a similar game. Those mechanics clearly aren't in this game. Oh, hi there. Don't mind me. Alright, after playing this game for more than 40 minutes today, I was finally able to find out what that weird plank of wood is. It's a skateboard. Well, maybe the front half of one. And that increased my score by, what, 2 feet? Not even? Why even have such an insignificant power-up that's only useful in such narrow circumstances? I usually don't even get a chance to skid on the ground in most runs because I'm falling too quickly or at too steep of an angle. And the skateboard item is uncommon enough that I only collect it in a small fraction of my runs. Well, we've solved that mystery at least. Well, I think that I've played enough of this. Flight of the Hamsters. It's a fun and simple game, good to play in short durations. You may want to play it several times to try for a high score, but keep in mind that you'd probably have to grind for a while to get the optimal luck in power-up placement. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and be well.
In the